just talked to your opponent, so I figured I'd talk to you about your fight coming this Saturday. So one of the things about your, he's an aggressive guy. I'm sure you watch enough of his fights. Are you watching tape on him and stuff like that?
I did a little bit, yeah.
So, I mean, someone like him, he looked like he has a bit of a reach advantage over you. Are you going to try to, I mean, you obviously compete and fight to win and all that stuff in jiu-jitsu tournaments. Is that something you're looking to control him on the ground, or are you going to look for submission win?
I look for whatever holes he leaves open. Generally speaking, you look for whatever opening he gives you and then exploit those openings. If he leaves an opening on the ground, then yeah, I'll absolutely go for submission. If he leaves an opening standing up and he leaves his chin out there, I'll touch him on his chin. So it's whatever your opponent gives you, and sometimes you're able to set your opponent up and make him leave his chin out there, make him leave an arm out there, make him leave a leg out there. If he does that, no problem. I'll take advantage wherever he leaves the openings.
Do you, I mean, you compete a lot outside of MMA.
Yeah.
Like the submission grappling and stuff like that, and submission wrestling. How do you stay fresh? How do you stay injury free? You seem so relaxed most of the time. Is that part of how you keep yourself?
Well, definitely wrestling and jiu-jitsu. They're fun. It's a good competition. It's good, fierce, strong competition. But it's not MMA. It's not there's no one punching, kicking, and choking, and wrestling, and it's not all of it combined. It's either just wrestling or just jiu-jitsu. Not that they're not tough sports in and of themselves, but it's not the same as MMA. Even the intensity level is not quite, even at the highest level of jiu-jitsu, the intensity level, them rolling jiu-jitsu, it's still not a fist fight. You're still holding back. You're still not punching and kicking each other. So like I do love to compete. I do love to have fun. Jiu-jitsu tournaments, wrestling tournaments, everything. But it's easier to compete in jiu-jitsu and not be injured. It's easier to compete in wrestling and not get injured. Where you're able to do it, you can have 70, 80 matches of wrestling, matches or jiu-jitsu matches in a year, no problem, no big deal. It's impossible for MMA. Yeah. So just the sheer fact of that, like, it's easier for me to compete in MMA and easier for me to compete in jiu-jitsu and wrestling and not be injured.
Since we're here in New York, I gotta ask, this is Henzo territory for jiu-jitsu. How do you feel about like the leg lock craze that's been going around in the jiu-jitsu side?
Oh, I think the leg lock craze has been going on for a while, and I know it's hit a little bit slightly more mainstream, you could say, last 2 years, 3 years, something like that. But I think if you're a lot of the jiu-jitsu purists, they were introduced to the leg lock game 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and it's kind of started there, and now it's been rolling, and it's cool. Yeah, I think it's just another facet of the game, the jiu-jitsu spaghetti pile of noodles that jiu-jitsu is, that it can be. A leg lock is just another whole facet. It's like you get a spaghetti pile of noodles that jiu-jitsu is, and you kind of forget about the leg lock game. You forget how in-depth it can go. You think it's one little small door. You open the door, and there's a whole actual mansion of stuff you can do, and techniques, and different things you can set up, and this type of heel hook, this type of hook, this type of grip. No, you can use this type of grip. No, you can use this type of grip. You can finish it this way. So what looks like a small little door of the leg lock game, actually guys are realizing you open that door up and it's a whole mansion of stuff you can do there, and how to find different ways to apply it and use it, and to really capitalize on using that leg lock game to get you wins ultimately, to get your hand raised, to win matches that other guys just aren't quite as well versed in.
What's your opinion on teaching methods? Like I remember when I started, it was like a no-no. People were afraid to teach them, and now it looks like everybody teaches them as soon as they walk in the door. What's your take on how a beginner, an instructor should teach a mixed level class?
Well, it's just as dangerous. I think the leg lock game is just as dangerous as teaching someone like an armbar, or it's like you get something broken, it's not good. It's still just broken, so it's definitely not good in that way. But we are talking about like your knees and like tearing ACL, and that stuff might be slightly longer recovery time. But if you teach the proper way with control, having your guys learn the method, learn how to defend it, and everyone is able to train it in control, the same way training should be anyways. It should be just fine. You shouldn't have a problem. But you get some of those guys who are a little bit too rough, a little bit too rowdy, they train a little bit too hard, and something happens, this happens. The other guy who's not very good turns the wrong way on a heel hook, and he ends up blowing his own knee out. Like, that stuff is not good. So, but if you're able to teach I think the correct way, anyways, you should be able to train, teach leg locks, no problem.
And one last one is fighting in New York. Is your first time fighting in New York?
My first time, yes, first time fighting in New York.
How does it feel? The sport was banned for years, so I always got to ask guys. I covered the ban exclusively for a while, so I always ask guys coming for the first time, how's it feel to be fighting in New York?
Oh, awesome. It is something I will say I didn't dream of as a kid growing up, but when I started the MMA, that's one of the dreams, right? To fight in New York City, to fight like not fight in Madison Square Garden this time, but to fight Madison Square Garden, fight where some of the legends fought, but just to fight in New York, such a big state with a long history of the pugilistic arts. So yeah, it's ever since I started MMA, to fight in New York was always a dream.
Nassau Coliseum is a good place to fight.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you, man. Yeah.